the life in front of you is more important than the life behind you. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets, Monday edition with me, your host, Marcus. On today's episode, we're going to talk about a very important topic that's probably hit your life in some way. The topic is push yourself or get pushed out, okay? You either push or get pushed out, okay? There is a rigid up or out model in our world. Case in point, I like college football. The University of Florida's head coach just got fired, okay? There's a rigid up or out model. You either get better or you get pushed out, okay? It's either the bottom line is production, produce, or get out, okay? On today's episode, I'm gonna challenge you to become a different person, a better person, okay? Because the things that you want in the future are gonna require you to become different. You can't be the way you used to be, okay? When I was in high school, I played on a sports team where there was a freshman, I was a senior starting, and a freshman took my spot later in the season because he was honestly better than me, okay? There was a rigid up or out model. Put up or shut up. Produce or leave, okay? And it's harsh, but it is how life is, and we've got to adjust ourselves to it. It's almost a silent law. Hey, you have to get better. You watching this, you have to get better. You're either going to regress or progress, okay? That's the law of conservation. Energy can't stay in the same spot. It's got to move. You have to move. You have to get better. That's why there's a natural progression in life. You go from being an intern to an employee to someone who's tenured, whatever, long-term contract, whatever you want to call it. But these progressions require you to, the answer's in the word. It allows you to progress. Okay, you go from being in the womb to being a little baby, to being a toddler, to being a kid in elementary school, so be it. And all of these things require you to get better. Okay, now ask yourself today, how can you challenge yourself to be a different person? Especially if you're self-employed. Like another time, I had a competitor. I was working with a lady probably about 2 years ago. And she was like, oh, you're fantastic, you're great. And then she left me for another competitor doing what I was doing. And I'm like, oh, so fantastic, why'd you leave? Okay, that's what I mean. I had to push myself. You either push yourself or get pushed out. I don't want you guys to get pushed out. Pushed out can be a competitor that takes what you have, whether that's your business or whatever that you're competing for, okay? We're taught that we live in a world of competition. I think it's more collaboration than competition. You will get farther if you collaborate than if you compete. That's just what I've seen, okay? As I walk here on this grass, let's say you're, because I want to help you get to greener pastures. Let's say you're a landscaper, right? And then you think you're the big guy in town. There's another landscaper comes in. You got to start competing. You got to push yourself or get pushed out. All right? There's a natural law of attrition that I don't want you guys to fall into. Okay? It's everywhere. When you were applying for schools in college, they were pushing, all the people who were pushing themselves were in. All the people who didn't make it got pushed out. When I was taking certain courses at Georgia State, they were called like feeder courses where they would weed out people, or weeder courses. They weed out the weak. That's what life does. It weeds out the weak, okay? You got to be strong if you're going to win. This happens everywhere. People get fired because they didn't push themselves. Don't get complacent. Understand this rule that you either push or you get pushed out. This rule can be applied in many ways in the jungle. You know, hyenas and lions, or gazelles and lions. Let's say that you're a lion on the hunt. If you're a lion, all you have to do is outrun the slowest gazelle, okay? For you to improve. Just think about that, the slowest gazelle. You know, we got to seek to improve. That's how you avoid getting pushed out. Because it will happen, okay? You either get better and life rewards you, or you get worse and life punishes you, okay? Life punishes people for not getting better. Life punishes people for not being in a better place than they were last year, okay? And if you're enjoying this video, I appreciate you guys. Continue to watch. Thank you so much. One thing that I have learned being self-employed is that over time, you have to change with the people that you're working with, or you will be excused, okay? It's kind of a little like mantra I made in my head was like, you got to excel or you're going to get excused, okay? And that goes for so many other areas of life, okay? We got to seek excellence. All right, the clients that I've had now, I've worked with some clients for years, is that you got to go with them. You got to change with the times. Okay? You can't just keep going in the way that you think, okay, I got this client, especially people who have monthly clients, they fall into this because they think, oh, it's just going to be there forever. It's not. It's not. You got to understand that every client interaction you have is temporary, that it will leave. Okay? And this is how you want to avoid the money trap. Don't do stuff for money, because the money's temporary with every client. I've never had a client who stayed with me forever. From the time I started to now, I have not had a client who stayed with me forever. There will come a time when it ends, okay? I just want you to keep this law in mind as you live your life. Push or get pushed out. I don't want you to get pushed out, so it's worth pushing yourself in. The pain of discipline is 300 times more effective than the pain of disappointment. Saying to yourself after you get fired, I could have pushed harder. I could have been better, okay? Thank you so much. And lastly, as always, unsuccessful people that make decisions based on their current situation, you know what? Things are good, things are comfortable right now. And the best time to worry about your position is when things are calm, okay? The best time to fix a leaky roof with a hole in it is when it's not raining, okay? You don't make these changes when things are bad. You make these changes when things are good. How can you push yourself when things are calm, okay? And lastly, as always, successful people make decisions based on where you want to be. Make decisions based on where you want to be. Go out there and win. All right, bye.